What is going on, everyone? We are back with another stream after a little bit, and we are no longer on a square webcam. I don't know if like the 30 FPS is distorting it a bit or what, but I'm sure I'll see the VOD later on because I'm pretty sure the other camera ran at 60 FPS, even though it was like at fucking 480, but I could be wrong about that. Yeah. So as you saw by the probably saw by the stream title, we are talking about YouTube, which for anyone that's updated on any of the YouTube situations, and my shit does not want to focus. For anyone that might not be updated currently, YouTube has been under a lot of fire for good reason for falsely striking people, false removing videos, falsely, I guess I should say, and their AI moderation just going completely out of control. And after we talk about that, we're gonna play some Beat Saber. Cause I don't usually talk about like drama topics. That's not exactly what I like to do on here. But I feel like it's something that I want to talk about specifically because I've been doing YouTube off and on for like the last, I want to say, about decade now. And they've gone through a lot of significant changes, good or bad. And the recent string of events has been a really dangerous precedent for YouTube, especially for AI. And it's not exactly threatening for YouTube as a company, it's more so of threatening its content creators. So, first, I want to go off by mentioning that YouTube, everyone that does any form of YouTube or knows anything about YouTube knows that YouTube's monetization system is very strict. If you say one out of line thing that might go against the rules, instant loss of monetization. And it could be because you curse a little bit too much, so they'll age restrict it, or something that happens in a game, this or that. If you get age restricted on a video, your your views are gonna drastically drop, which is also something I'm gonna bring up in a little bit. But since their monetization system is so strict, it's forced to leave a lot of YouTubers forced to collaborate with sponsors and do sponsorships to be able to make money, any form of money from their videos. So, and that creates a form of discourse between people who are unknowing about YouTube's monetization system, where they get frustrated with the YouTuber or the video because there's an ad in a video. So when you download an ad blocker, it doesn't really do anything. Because you'll have to manually skip that ad. And it creates a form of discourse that might not be placed in others, while some I can see it being a problem. And that's a big issue for content creators. And there have been some understandable changes for the monetization system over the years, whether it was induced by influential figures in situations or not. It kind of depends. But the reason I'm talking about monetization is because me personally, I can't monetize any of my Beat Saber videos, which is for fair reason, because all of them almost contain copyrighted material, and every single time, and if I didn't upload every single copyrighted material beat map, then I wouldn't have any videos to upload, basically. The ratio of copyrighted material to non-copyrighted material is staggering, to say the least. So, and on my VODs channel, it's too new to be able to make any money from. Plus, I don't get the views like that. I'm not like a big content creator. Never have been, and I doubt I will be, which is honestly kind of self-doubting myself, but that's just kind of the way I see it as it is currently. It comes to a situation where I'm left talking about monetization because on one of my main channels, I theoretically could get I at one point was able to get monetization because I had a one-hit wonder type video. It's not exactly the content I'd like to make. So that's the content. I don't make that type of content, but I'm not big enough on Beat Saber to make anything out of content of Beat Saber, because if whether I'm consistent or not, Beat Saber is extremely niche as it is. So when you get the big YouTubers, but there are many who have come and gone. And going back into the monetization, the first topic I really wanted to bring up was the Kurzgesagt sagged and real engineering situation. And people might have seen Moist Critical make a video about this particular situation where real engineering talked about Kurzgesagt, I think that's how you pronounce his name, where Kurzgesagt is a like decade, probably multi-decade old channel that's been making videos for quite a while. I'm not exactly sure on the whole situation, but I'm pretty sure Kurzgesagt got flagged because there was no face or something in the video. So the AI's moderation system falsely flagged the video as AI. It falsely flagged it as AI and labeled it as AI content. And for those who don't know, AI or YouTube has been on a crackdown recently of AI slop content, which I find pretty ironic. And the reason I say that, I'm going to bring up in a minute. And apparently, even real engineering has been targeted for a similar situation as well. And that's why he talked about it, is because YouTube's AI moderation system has been false targeting these YouTubers, causing them to either lose monetization or have a drop in views because of this or that reason. And the AI moderation is causing situations where YouTubers even as big as Jacksepticeye, he uploaded Resident Evil 9, the Resident Evil 9 playthrough, had multiple videos. His first video didn't get flagged, but the second video got falsely age restricted by the AI moderation. Now, that might not come as a surprise knowing Resident Evil at first. The questionable part is why none of the other videos in the series, and Jack talked about this himself, is why none of the other videos in the series got flagged for age restriction. The first episode, which within the first 20 or 30 minutes of the game, you have a lady that gets chopped in the side of the neck with a cleaver. If that didn't get age restricted right off the bat, but the second episode did, which honestly, I'm pretty doubtful would have less gore in it, if not equal amount. And it's baffling that they only age restricted one of the videos. He went further in talking about it and explained that his views drastically dropped. I mean, he still gets a lot of views. Certain demographics were cut off from that video because it was age restricted, which, I mean, in all honesty, kids shouldn't be watching Resident Evil, but there's honestly worse things kids shouldn't be watching. Resident Evil is like probably fairly tame even compared to something like GTA. Yeah, I think it really depends on the game, but that's besides the point. The problem is that he showed the stark difference in views between the first and even third episode, and then compared to the second, the stark drop that the second episode had because, and I'm pretty sure it was the second episode, take that with a grain of salt, but it was one of the episodes in the series, I know that. And he fought for it, and I don't remember, I think he might have had to re-upload it to get it unage restricted or appeal. He had to jump through all these hoops, even as big as a content creator as he is, had to jump through quite a few hoops to be able to get it unage restricted, because it's either all of the videos in the series get age restricted or none of them get age restricted. While that may be a stupid claim on the surface, it's like there are only certain conditions where age restrictions should apply. And I'm sure many people with an ounce of a brain could think of. But Resident Evil, of all things, is honestly probably not one of them where age restrictions should come into play. Because 10 years ago, that wouldn't have gotten age restricted. 5 years ago, it probably wouldn't have even got age restricted, but here we are. Even Resident Evil videos that have been on the platform for more than 5 years aren't age restricted. And it's creating a bad situation where YouTube's AI moderation is targeting the wrong videos, because there's still plenty of worse content that still exists on the back end of YouTube that has not been taken down or that has not been flagged, because YouTube's AI moderation, to put it bluntly, is shit. It's shit. It's terrible. And pretty sure Google owns YouTube, and Google is a multi-billion-dollar company. And while they might not have every ever overarching point on YouTube, YouTube, I'm pretty sure, is a multi-billion, if not billion-dollar company themselves. So, if not in the high hundred millions. So, why is it that this company cannot manage to put out an AI moderation system that they are so proudly pressed, like pushing forward, yet it can't even do its own job correctly? And that brings me into my next topic about a lot of VTubers being falsely flagged by the AI moderation. And a notable one recently I've been keeping track on is Smuggalana, a React VTuber who had two videos that got targeted by YouTube's AI moderation, at least as far as I'm aware. There probably been more in the past, but these two in particular, one of them was about she reacted to someone squashing mosquitoes. That's right. YouTube's AI moderation thought someone reacting to someone else squashing mosquitoes and it was later determined a week after it had happened that they claimed it was animal abuse. Like, let's be for real. Every one of us, as far as I'm aware, squashes mosquitoes. More than likely because they land on you and try and suck your blood or give you some kind of bullshit ass disease. I think it's fairly ironic that the company that owns YouTube, which is Google, has also been releasing mosquitoes into the wild I think it's some kind of breeding operation where they're trying to make mosquitoes not contain certain viruses. Some situation along the line of that. So I find it fairly ironic that Google or YouTube is considering squashing a mosquito animal abuse. And another thing that was pointed out by Smuggalana is there are hundreds, maybe even thousands of other videos in AI slop on YouTube that has people using flamethrowers on mosquitoes, like gassing them out. Like there's videos of people with cups, like plastic cups, and putting gasoline in it and covering it over like the small paper wasp nests you get in the corner of your house or something like that. Small ones with tiny little stems. And none of those videos got flagged or taken down, because the issue here is that if her video just got flagged, it's like, oh well, whatever. But no, what happened was that both of these videos, I'm pretty sure, got taken down, and the one about mosquitoes earned her a strike on YouTube. It was either that one or the next one I'm about to bring up, because the other video, she reacted to a Joe Rogan clip that's at least 5 years old from what I remember reading. And Joe Rogan had a guest on that was talking about a site called, I don't know, like, I don't know if I can say it on here, because she got flagged for either them saying it in their video or she repeated it. But it doesn't matter. It's the K word that people use to describe fetishes. I'll say that. The K word. But I might put it up on screen. Might not. I don't know. It kind of depends if I end up making this a video for the VOD channel. She got flagged for that video, and a week after, they came out and said that that was a mistake on them. But the issue is that she appealed both of them, got denied multiple times on both of the videos. So people who are reacting to videos that are still up are getting in trouble. And I'm pretty sure she got a strike from the mosquito video. Like, hold on, let me look it up, because I really want to see which video she got a strike from. Okay, so yeah, she did get striked for the killing mosquitoes video. I find it funny that all of these YouTube videos that exist out there of people killing or doing anything about these bugs, I'm sure there's even actual animal abuse on YouTube, and yet they haven't taken them down. YouTube did allow the video to go back up because she was reacting to it, which means she didn't upload the video in the first place, but they must have considered it oh, you're sharing around this content that we don't deem worthy, but we're not going to go after the original. No, we're going to go after the VTuber who's merely reacting to it. Yeah, well fucking done, YouTube. And the biggest problem I see is that they let her have the video back up, but they wouldn't take away the strike, which lasts I think for like 90 days. And not only that, I think the craziest part, right, is that they told her that she should report these other videos of this happening. Number one, do you know how many videos she would have to report for that to even be remotely equal situation? And two, why is YouTube telling content creators to do their job for them? They implemented the AI moderation to be able to target videos like the original mosquito killing video if it was such a problem to begin with. But yet the AI moderation system is targeting VTubers, which there has been a rampant targeting of VTubers on YouTube recently. Like, she also responded to this one situation where this YouTuber named Nyx got her entire channel got removed from YouTube. I guess for sexual content. I don't know exactly what was on there, but apparently Nyx hadn't uploaded on there in like months. So I guess on top of that, there have been other VTubers, like even Rev Says Desu, have been targeted with these false claims and targets by the AI's YouTube's AI moderation. And YouTube, the worst part I think is YouTube telling the VTubers to do their job for them. It's such a crazy statement that they bring out the AI moderation to keep up with taking down more videos, because there's more videos out there than real YouTube people can manage. It shouldn't be so bad to the point to where it's targeting innocent people who are reacting to content that if they deemed was inappropriate, the AI moderation should have targeted those original videos to begin with instead of the React content, so then the person wouldn't have reacted to them. But the issue is that they should have just been taken down if it was such a problem. But there's also the case of those videos being up on YouTube for the longest time and the AI moderation not doing anything about it. One could almost see it as somewhat of a targeted attack on VTubers, because there have been a rampant string of VTubers being targeted. And it's such an insane situation where YouTube has been around for about, I think, 2 decades at this point, and they're going downhill. And I don't think they'll ever fail as a company. They're not making it any better for their content creators to use as a platform. They're catering to people that follow by their strict, unreasonable rules. And these content creators are being falsely targeted by the crappy AI moderation, making them have to walk on a tightrope trying to make sure that this video or that video don't get targeted by the bullshit ass rules for YouTube. And it makes it a very unsavory and frankly distasteful platform to upload for. And I feel like there's part of a area where people would say like, oh, someone like, me, for example, I don't have to worry about that because all I do is upload Beat Saber and, this and that. But I don't think that's really true, because I have had, content that wasn't as normal as this, or like just like playing games and, putting out some odd amount of cuss words here and there. I mean, obviously, there might even come a time where I kill a bug in game and then my whole video gets taken down and I get a strike on my channel. That's why their AI really needs to be looked into and their rules need to be genuinely revised, because this situation is completely unprecedented and frankly, and bluntly put, bullshit. Is that the AI moderation is targeting these innocent content creators, making it harder for them to use YouTube's platform, when there's actual videos on YouTube that live on the back end bridges of YouTube, like the backwater sticks that live on the backwater sticks of YouTube that aren't being targeted. Like, even for example, I made a community post on my VOD's channel, looking at the searches for my reels, like how people found my first reel, which was the one reel from the Portal 1 playthrough. People were finding my reel through searching up long French kissing or something related to French kissing. I'm sure there are videos on YouTube that consist of that content, and that would be far more valid to take down off of YouTube than someone killing a goddamn mosquito or a wasp or something like that. It's like wasps have a more hated reputation than I would argue mosquitoes. But people hate both because they're a pain in the ass. But backwater and videos of long French kissing aren't taken down by AI moderation, but VTubers who are reacting to the video that should have been taken down by the AI moderation if it was such a big deal are getting striked instead. It's an absolutely ridiculous situation that I thought that I wanted to talk about. And this isn't the type of content that I'm going to normally make, but YouTube has been a big part of my life for quite a while. Not exactly content uploading, but just content in general. And I think it's a serious issue that content creators that I find entertaining and that I like watching are being falsely hit by YouTube's really shitty AI moderation. And if all these companies are dumping all this money and these resources in these data centers for AI to thrive, why do we have such a shitty situation where YouTube's own AI moderation can't even detect the right culprits that they should be targeting? It's absolutely ridiculous. I really just kind of wanted to talk about that before I really got into Beat Saber. I also needed to let my VR headset warm up because it has this issue where my lenses will start to fog because the thing is getting too hot too quickly, so I can't see when I'm playing. It's absolutely ridiculous, even if I'm not sweating. But I wanted to talk about that. I hope all those YouTubers I mentioned, Kurz Gets Sacked, Real Engineering, Smuggalana's situation is already about come to a close right about now, but I hope that situation doesn't progress any further than it already has. I hope something like that doesn't happen again, and I hope YouTube actually genuinely improves their AI moderation, because this is, I feel like, a situation where AI could be used well if it was just good. But the billion-dollar company can't have a good AI when it really matters. In a situation where it can do good is not doing good at all. In fact, it's doing more worse than good. And it's a very sad situation to see. Very, very sad.